Hi people, Monique Noel-Gunter here. It's late, so I'm sleepy. It's day 17 of 365 on my journaling, my journey to a better me. I gotta tell you, it's been one heck of a week. It's been a great week. Kids back in school, readjusting to not homeschooling. It's pretty cool because now with them in school, they're getting to meet friends, they're having a great time learning, and I have more time in the day to continue studying for my SIE and also to just reach out to fellow business owners, letting them know some information. So that you guys know, if you haven't heard, New York passed a law in January saying that basically employers have to take over the responsibility of providing retirement plan options for their employees. And I think it's different for New York State versus New York City, and there are other states that have done it too. But this is all happening because they know that Social Security is not going to be around. So I've been doing my part, reaching out to all of my fellow business owners because it's important information. And not only that, but we have we have so many services that just are needed that I feel so good when I'm able to reach out and help people, and especially in my community, because we don't typically get this information unless we go out and find it or pay ridiculous amounts of surcharges and fees in order to get it. So that makes me feel really good that I'm helping to fix problems. And those of you who've known me long enough, like I love people, I love helping. I would literally do this for free. And the fact that I get to earn an income from it and do it from my home, it's truly, truly answered prayers. But all that being said, I also got to go out with my mother-in-law and my munchkins today for a little bit. I decided to bring the dog, and he was so happy just to be out of the house and out with us. He still cries and whines like if we drop someone off. It's like he almost thinks we're leaving them. So he's like, no, no, don't leave them. And I think it's adorable. He's really a good boy. And he's sitting here with me waiting for me to go upstairs. So everybody else is in bed and I'm on my way up there. But excuse me. I committed to make these videos every day, and thank God I've been consistent. It feels really, really good actually to be consistent with it. Trying to think. I did reach out to some friends, people that we've known for a long time, but we haven't really been in contact with, and I was able to reestablish connection and feel really nice because I don't know about you, but there are people that I'm still friends with online that I've known since high school, since elementary school. One of my very best friends, I've actually known her since kindergarten, pre-K actually. Pre-K, we're still friends here online, and it's just really nice to be able to keep these relationships and get to know each other. Now we have kids, we get to like share information about our kids growing up. Who'd have thunk it, right? Who'd have thought that I would be a mom, a married mom with kids, and you know, a business owner. It's a blessing. It's really a blessing because I literally remember arguing with God one day. I'll never forget it. I think it was like yesterday. It was raining outside and it was cold because it was the fall. The rain was cold and it was heavy and it was dark because daylight saving, so it was not bright outside. And at that time in my life, I wasn't driving. So once I left work, I had to stand up at this bus stop, and the bus stop was literally on the side of like not really a highway, but maybe a junction road. So it had cars passing by as fast as a highway, but not more than 2 lanes. And I remember feeling really just sad that day. I was so sad because it was cold and wet, and I had a very long day, and I was just like mad. I was really upset. So I started complaining to God, and I was like, God, what did I do that was so bad? Like, really, what did I do that I'm here standing at this bus stop? And what made it worse is I had coworkers at the time that they all drove, and they would see me at the bus stop and they would drive right past me. And three of them lived in basically the same vicinity as to where I was going. So they could have easily taken me home, offered a ride, dropped me to the nearest bus stop so I wasn't standing at the side of a highway in the rain. But they didn't. And it got to me that day. And I remember standing out there talking to God, and I was like, how long are you going to make me go through this? Like, what did I do that was so bad that I have to, work so hard and not be able to make ends meet? And like, tip of the iceberg, I'm standing out there and I'm having this conversation with God, and I'm frustrated now. I'm mad, downright angry. And this, no, sorry for saying it, but this douchebag decides, yeah, he sees me standing at the side of the road in the rain with my umbrella and my bag, and I'm waiting for the bus. And instead of driving in the lane like a normal car would, this person decided to drive towards me. There's no place for me to go. There's literally like a guardrail and then a drop off to like another highway behind me. So there's no place for me to go. And at that point, I was like, you know what? I will totally play chicken with the car. Like, I'm not going anywhere. So he drove in my direction, and it wasn't like they were trying to give me a ride, because they were at the same speed. Like, they did not slow down. And what they did was they drove right into a puddle of water, rainwater, that was right in front of me. So splash, like, all over me. I was livid, livid and wet and frustrated and sad and mad all at the same time. And then while I was having that conversation with God, I remember like looking up at the dark sky and like talking with God, like, because to me, he's my best friend and I love him. So I'm real when I talk to God, right? So I'm talking to him. And he tells me, like, so sweetly, I'm with you, right? I'm with you. And I couldn't say anything else. Like, I did not know what else to say, right? I did not know what else to say. So I didn't say anything. I just decided that it was better for me to praise through my pain. Can't talk right now. Sleepy brain. Praise through my pain, right? So I literally started to pray and to praise and to think about not what I didn't have, or the fact that I was wet and cold and that I had probably about like another hour and change before I even get home, right? Once I got on the bus. But I started to think about all of the things that I was grateful for. One, I had a job. Two, I was, able to stand at that bus stop. I had all my faculties. I could hold the umbrella. Even though I was tired, I still had the will to do what I had to do to make life work for myself. And, a whole bunch of other things. Like, I had a family. I still have a family, thank God. I have a family that always encourages me. My dad used to be so mad about me standing at the side of the highway, but you know what? It was necessary. And I look back and I'm grateful. I really am grateful that I had that experience, because I don't pass by people that I can help. I just don't. And part of it is because of what I remember. I remember that day. I remember one day my bus pass, something was wrong with my bus pass. It had money on it, but for whatever reason it wouldn't register. And the bus driver was not the normal bus driver and decided that he was not going to let me go on the bus. And I had just come from ShopRite in Yonkers, and I had to walk because I was pissed. I didn't have extra cab fare to take the ride up the hill. The cab ride would have taken like 5 minutes, but the walk was maybe like 25 minutes to half an hour. By the time I got home, my hands were so blistered from holding the grocery bags. I was so sweaty and tired and hot. And I remember thinking, God, this is making me stronger. There must be a reason, right? There's no logical reason for this. So there must be a reason why I'm going through this. And I remember when I first moved up here, like where we are now, there was a lady, and I always see her at the side of the road, and she like stick her thumb up like she's hitchhiking. And I won't pick up hitchhikers because, it's not safe and blah, 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 blah. But this day was like 98 degrees, and I remember her 98 degrees walking along the side of the road with a bunch of grocery bags. And immediately I remembered myself from way back when it was me. So I picked her up and asked her, where you need to go. This poor lady, I don't even know how she had the will to do it, but she was literally walking from the ShopRite, which was maybe, I want to say 8 minutes drive from where we were. And then we had to drive another maybe 8 7 8 minutes to where she lived. It's 98 degrees outside, and this poor woman was doing what she had to do. And I was like, Lord, thank you so much for how far you've brought me and for keeping me who I am, so that yes, you're blessing me, but I'm able to still pay it forward and bless somebody else. That lady was so grateful for the little ride. And I remembered how I felt that day walking home with those blisters on my hands. So to think that, you know, God let me experience that so that I'd be able to one day help this lady that I didn't know, and just be able to have the mindset to help someone. And I know I just said a lot, but I'm saying all of this because really I wanted to impress upon you the value of seeing people, right? We all go through struggles. Oh, all of us. I mean, some people think my life is rosy and peachy keen because I choose to smile, but you don't know why I smile. I smile because I know what God has brought me through. I know where He's brought me from. I know what He's forgiven me for, and I know He's not done with me yet. So I have reason to smile, and I don't ever want to be the sour face that made somebody's day worse. I'd much rather be that smile that helped pick somebody up. So as you go about your day, getting what you need to get, doing what you need to do, pay attention to the people around you. Look around. See what people are actually going through. See how people are actually feeling. And if you can help to make it better, by all means, do it. It's the most selfish, most wonderful thing that you can possibly do. Because by helping somebody else, just because you can, you then just bless them. And then you get to feel how it feels to have someone truly appreciate what you've just done for them. There are no words to explain it. And when you're the person receiving that blessing, I can tell you I have been the recipient of blessings. You just don't know what it feels like to receive a blessing when you've been praying and asking God, I don't know how we're gonna get this done, Lord. I can't do anymore. And then here comes some good Samaritan and they bless you. All this being said, you make a difference. You count your words, your actions, or your lack thereof. They make a difference in this world. So please take it to heart. Be intentional. Make a difference. Make a difference. Someday you'll look back and you'll be really glad that you did. I hope this blesses someone. Have a wonderful evening. Good night.